Hi everyone, it's Debbie and you're at your home, your happy place. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end or anywhere in between you can pause. It's free. So I come to you typically Thursdays and Sundays. This week I got messed up because as you can tell, I was sick. And when I can, I'm going to bring you a third video that's not just decorating. I'm a former interior decorator, a home stager, realtor, and I just love everything about homes, but I also love color. And so you're going to see in my home and what I'm going to bring to you a lot of uses of color. And I typically change season to season my color stories. If you're interested in that, you can go back and check some of my playlists for spring, summer, fall, and Christmas and see multiple ways to use color in your home. And it's always there on YouTube. So I'm going to finish this room today. So we're in my master bedroom and I showed in my last video all the elements that were new that were going in here. And I've already left the bedspread on and I'll get to that later. But first I wanted to talk about the space and the curtains and things like that. So if you're up for a very colorful lily-inspired bedroom, stay tuned. Okay, I'm starting with the curtains today because when I show my curtains in the past, I get many comments that I should have hung my curtains at the ceiling. Of course, I can't hang them at the ceiling because I have a really thick molding there. But yes, I could have taken them up another 5 or 6 inches. And the purpose in that is really to draw attention to the height or make your room ceiling look taller. And I don't really want to do that. And that's why I didn't. I have a tray ceiling, so I already have the distraction of that in here. And when you take your rod and you take it off of your window frame and you put it up there, what I'm going to see, because most of the time these curtains are completely open. I've got them a little closed because of lighting in here for you today. But you're going to see that rod going across, but you're also going to see that gray color underneath the rod, and I don't want to see that. I really like my window framed in the white, and keeping the rod right on that white frame allows me to have that separation, to let my molding stand out above because I've painted it a different color than the walls. And so that's the purpose and why I've done it. And if you're new to my channel, I don't do shoulds in decorating. My purpose here is that you make your house your happy place. And if that's not something, like if you would hang your curtains up like that and you go, I don't like that, which I've done before. I think in our cottage, I have them up. We have lower ceilings there, so there's a purpose for it. But I have to be honest, I do not like to see a painted wall underneath my curtain rod. So that's, in my mind, a very, very subjective thing. Somebody came up with it as an idea. Yes, if you got 7.5 foot ceilings, 8, perhaps it's really helpful. But I am just perfectly content with this. So let's move on from here. I will say I've puddled, yes, in the 90s. And I had a decorator I used Decorating Den, so I had a lot of control, but I had really, Victorian heavy drapes, and they were puddled on the floor. And while I'm not in that style anymore, I do love a puddle. And so in the past, I haven't found curtains in that right length, and so I'm enjoying that. All right, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get that one out of the way. If you're interested in the curtains, they're going to be linked below. They come in multiple colors. I will tell you that they are yeah, I feel like they're like a microfiber or something. And they are room darkening, even though they don't have a big old rubbery back, which I would hate. Okay, so I have a decent size bedroom. However, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with it. This window is not centered. I've said that before, which makes it very awkward because the bed cannot be centered with that window because we'd end up too close to the fireplace. And well, I mean, yeah, it's off. There's a lot of things off in my house, you guys, but I'll just call it quirky. But when we first moved in and we bought this furniture, when we were building the house, it was going to be we have a black canopy bed and really substantial pieces. I want to say it's the Kingston Island or Kingston by Tommy Bahama. And we ended up purchasing a house in St. Louis, a small one, and left that furniture there. So we had to buy, and we were not looking to spend a lot of money. So I think this is beautiful, and I can link most of this below, I think. But this is a very popular set. You'll see it in a lot of other YouTubers' homes. And the bed comes in different configurations. But this piece I really love, this armoire. And so when we first came in, I had it on that wall facing me. And then one day when I was buying art, I wanted art on both sides of the window. So I moved it. Now, I'll tell you, my husband didn't like it. He gets over things pretty quickly because he hasn't said anything about it ever since I started hanging art. But I'll tell you what, I am going to go ahead and hang the art right now. And I'll tell you, it really makes the room look wider just by being able to take that piece of furniture and putting it over there and then adding art on either side, not to mention the color blocking that's going on here. I think all of this plays to making a wall look larger. The two pieces I'm hanging here are not new, and they're certainly not new to this room. I usually have them by the bed. But as I was getting ready for the photo shoot, I really wanted some of my prettiest things. And I love this. And boy, oh boy, when you put this next to those curtains, oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Let's do the other side. All right, I just wanted to get way back here again, just so you can see how this made the space look so much larger. It does to me. Now, maybe it doesn't to you, but it really does to me. And boy, I love, love, love tying that aqua color. I'm going to be honest, you guys, when I bought these curtains, I thought, what am I doing? They're so bright. When I first used this bedspread before the curtains were even in, I thought, am I turning my room into a little girl's room? But oh my goodness, there is a way to sophisticate brighter colors that you would associate with a child's room. And I really think that these pictures help that. Okay, since we're already working over here, I'm going to go ahead and finish this whole area. I've had these chairs in here before. I would prefer them in the case of this room to be white, but they're not. So that's fine. You know, our bedroom furniture is not white, but this is very, very almost beigey. But you know, you work with what you have, and so these are very old. They were from Pier 1, and they're a very comfortable chair. So I'm going to put one on either side. Okay, I don't have them. That one needs to be moved over closer, or this one further away. But it really does. I mean, it's very symmetrical for those of you who love symmetry, and it's very pleasing to the eye. I love it, and it is a very comfortable spot to sit. I went round and round with what pillows to put in here, and I decided not to do any throws. So these are the pillows, which I ordered on Amazon, which are just pillow covers. And I love that I'm using a different shade of blue. I think this blue really ties in with the wall color, even though it's a gray. It's a blue gray. Because you can't see the bedspread over here, I just wanted to bring in, this is my color inspiration. I should have started with this, although if you'd watched the video prior, you know. So these are my colors that I'm working with and combining, and there's quite a variety of them in there, but all in the same family. So I'm gonna do a little something on the bottom shelf here. Bookends really look great, and you know, I love coastal, obviously. So these are mostly beach reads, but I wanted to get some books in here that were kind of in the color story. So that's partly why they're there. And for one of my Christmas presents, my husband bought me, let's see if I got it. There we go. Backgammon. I've never played. We still haven't played yet. We got ready to play one night, and look at that. It's a lot of directions. And I said, well, we're going to have to read them and figure it out before we start. But this is something so portable. Well, we could definitely play it there, but we could actually play it in bed. And we're trying to create different evenings for ourselves. A lot of times, if he's at work and stuff, you know, you come home and you're tired, you eat your dinner, and you watch something on TV and go to bed. And maybe you don't, but we do. And so we both love to read, we both have hobbies, and we love to play games. So we're trying to break up the week with things besides just laying and watching a show, even though we really, really enjoy that. So I'm going to add this down here. Another idea would be dominoes. I mean, we usually keep a deck of cards around, but you know, it's one of those things, at least for us, we really have to commit to doing it or we'll forget about it. So I wanted a little backdrop for what I'm going to put up. For Christmas, my daughter got me, well, for our anniversary, we took, well, it was supposed to be all of our kids, but ended up just being my daughter's family, and she paid for a photo shoot. And it was in the water, and this is one of the photos with her kids and us. And then she had this made for me for Christmas. Now it's a little, and she knows it, it's a little dark, which is, I'm going to take the picture and put it in that Lily Pulitzer frame, and a brighter version of this. But for now, I'm using it right here. And then these, I assume they're candlesticks. I mean, you would put one of the tinier candles, a taper in there. I've had them for a long time. They've actually the tops have broke off, but my husband's fixed them before. They look a little bit like a mercury glass down here, but the tops that break off don't. So I'm just using them as sculptural pieces and color. there we have it all pulled together. Obviously, this one is a slightly different blue, but I have several blues in that bedspread. And a strong aqua, and a little bit of the peachy coral in here. Here's a long distance view of it. I think it looks pretty good. I may have had something else on there. I can't recall. But when I get all done, if there's something left over, I'll figure it out. All right, let's go to the bed. So this again, I can link below. This for me is a lily inspired bedspread. My sheets are a turquoise blue as well. Very inexpensive. I was linking them for you the other day, and I think they were they were in the 20s. I feel like they were $23 for a king size set, and they're lovely sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the pillows on here and the comforter, and I'll just finish this bed without any talking. And for Valentine's Day, got a little fluffy heart. Have no idea where it came from. I've had it for a couple of years. I struggle with art in this room a lot, even though I'm super happy with those. Normally, they would have been over here if I was even bringing the coastal in, and I didn't even know if I wanted to because it's a little early, but yet I like coastal year round, so it doesn't really bother me. So I did look for some options, but in the end, I stuck with something I already had bought. And I'm not sure I love it. I love the color and the subject matter, but I'm kind of enjoying framed art better. Again, though, I've said this in the family room. I have these windows, and when you put framed art with glass on them that has any kind of glare whatsoever, it really detracts from being able to see the art. So these are canvas wrapped. So in that case, they do look good. But anyway, let's just do it. So these are not new, and usually they've hung over here, and they looked good over there. I tried them over there. But in the end, I chose to put them over here. These are 24 by 24. You can get them in different sizes. Super lightweight. And I bought them on Amazon, and I can't recall the artist's name, but I will link them. As you can see, those colors are perfect. They are picking up everything that I want them to pick up in the bedspread. If you saw my last video, you heard me talk about these and how I'm going to paint them. And I think you can kind of see how poorly they go in here. However, the shape is great. And I just love them. They actually come, I don't know if they still do, they actually come in one of these colors, probably that one. And they're not bad. They've always been, I mean, at times they're as high as $300. But I think the last time I checked, they were just sitting at about $200. So they're a substantial piece. I've had these for a very long time. I bought mine, I think, at Ashley Furniture, but they are online on Amazon. So anyway, so try to disregard the color because I'm going to put some lamps on that are going to be pretty wild. I have almost given these lamps away. I don't know how many times. Really don't recall where I bought them. They are, oh, they are glass. I used to think they were plastic, but they're glass. Very odd color. I don't know why I bought them. I have no idea. But I've had them for so long, who knows? The colors are perfect. This is almost the green that's in the bedding. And of course, this is the blue. And here we have it again up here. Super unusual. I almost bought some like chinoiserie type lamps, but I just couldn't come to terms with what color, and it was an investment. And when I went down to my lamp stash, and I thought, well, let's just try these. And I was pretty thrilled with the way they look. I'm adding, my husband loves to have pictures of us, so that's why there's pictures of us in our bedroom. And then I'm going to add a very pale corally pink in here. I'm putting a peachy candle in from TJ Maxx. Another photo with the bamboo frame. And the beach is in it, of course. And then my little, I drink all night long. All right, at this spot, you know, I'm a little disappointed because I didn't get to hang that particular mirror that I bought for that spot. So this is not going to be the end for me here. I am going to keep looking for something that I'm really going to love. And maybe it'll just be an architectural piece. I just don't have a lot of those that would work in here for sure. But I'm going to add the blue up here. And I was, you know, coming to the end of what in the world. You have no idea how much digging I was doing, looking for items to complete each room quickly. I love to keep this in everywhere, somewhere in my house. This is a cast iron. Basically, it's a doorstop, but I use it for the architectural beauty of it. It's very, to me, looks a little bit like a seashell. So very simple. And then we're going to turn our attention to the shelf. All right, I'm going to use a little word sign I've had for a very long time. Just that little moment, and I thought, what else? You know, I tried some seashells up there, just didn't fly. It's not a very deep shelf. And in the end, I just brought in one of my collections because I do enjoy having them around, and I've got them in some perfect colors. So I have a lot of these bathing beauties. If you recall my summer laundry room, I did all my collection in there this past year. So they're really pretty. I picked mine up. Most of them came from Home Goods. But last year I was trying to make my collection a little bigger. So I looked for them on Amazon, and every now and then you can find some. and they're fun. Take me to the sea, bathing beauties. I mean, the message is clear. I love it. So I had my color analysis done yesterday. So much fun. They were so very thorough. And I videotaped, I think, all of it. Maybe not the last consultation part, but I can talk about that when I show it to you. I have to edit it and find out exactly how long it is, and I may have to cut it down a bit. But it was really, really enjoyable, very informative, and I highly encourage you, if you haven't had it done, I think you'd really enjoy. So that video will probably come to you sometime next week. And this one's coming out on Thursday. So I don't know what I'm doing for Sunday yet, but I will definitely be there because I think I'm feeling pretty good now. Still sound sick, I know, and yes, I am. But I had to tell you, this is very. If you watch my last video, you might go, "Is that the same thing she was wearing last time?" It is the same. No, it's not the same sleeve. It's a similar sleeve, and I don't know that that one had rickrack. I think it might have. So rickrack, this collar, but this one's a dress. It has cinchers and ties at the waist, and I'll walk back a little ways as you can see it. This is so comfortable, you guys. I just fell in love. This is from my daughter's store, brand new. I mean, I took it out of the box and wore it to an event with her, and wow. I mean, right now, the things that she's got in for spring, they're just, some of them haven't even made it onto the website or on the rack. They're gone because people that frequent the store come in, they try stuff on, and they buy it, and it really is flying. So if you like things, I encourage you often to go, and she ships. So, you know, I love her clothes. Anyway, you guys, I'll link everything I can below. I love to hear your comments. Thank you so much for joining me again today, and I'll see you on Sunday. Mwah!